activities that our hosts are already promoting to their guests when they arrive. So there is a feature on Airbnb as a host, you can actually put your tips and addresses next to your listing. It was very valuable in the past because people could actually, I book a list, I book your apartment and I can see what you recommend to me. What we did a couple of weeks ago was actually to gather these millions of recommendations and provide them back to the guests. So if you are in a specific city, a specific neighborhood, you can find what are the best restaurants or things like that that are being recommended by the host. So that's really the first step into recommending something that locals would do. It's not a recommendation by other guests, it's actually a recommendation by the hosts. So the ones that I have on the listing are like restaurants I go with my wife and my family when I actually go to restaurants. So it's another step into living like a local when you actually go in the place, by staying in somebody's place to begin with, but by also doing the things that locals do when they actually do live there. And then we'll extend that, beyond just this recommendation in the next few months.
Well, there is some pilots with actual experiences where you can purchase a tour with a local or a host. What kind of success?
Doing very well. Thank you.
Well, so one of the discussions that we had yesterday is around some of the challenges in the tours and activity space. It's such a big market, all of this apparent opportunity, but we haven't seen the kind of blowout success and growth in that category from an online shopping and booking and discovery dimension the way we've seen, for example, in vacation rentals and private accommodation, or for example in ground transportation. I mean, I think, what do you think you guys can do here that will be different, that will work in a way? There have been attempts in the past to drive kind of peer-to-peer. There are several startups that are doing this peer-to-peer kind of tour experience and destination, but I think they really struggle to scale. So what are you going to do differently?
Yeah, I think there are a few things happening. One is the guest behavior. A lot of the guests are actually not booking these activities in advance, so they actually arrive in a specific location, they look at their guide, they get some recommendations, and they actually go there and book their tickets right away. So that's why historically a lot of that has not been put online or mobile, because people have other ways to do it. Then you have a lot of players who actually get into the activity business by trying to do technical connections with other providers. And there are tons of examples of that. If you can connect the big bus to your platform, it's actually a good way to provide additional services, actually help sell a little bit to your general guests. What we are into is more this